coming from inside.
Now, you just talked about institutional religion as a way of shutting people out. Is that bad? Shutting people out? Because I think that's absolutely true. I mean, as a big proponent of institutional religion, say it absolutely shuts a lot of people out, particularly Jewish.
Yeah.
There was a review in Salon.com of 2 religious memoirs. One memoir was by David Klinghoffer, how he became an Orthodox Jew. The other memoir was someone who became a Christian. And the book reviewer noted that as David Klinghoffer became more religious, his world narrowed. Because that's the effect of taking on Orthodox Judaism.
Yeah.
As the Christian became more Christian, her world expanded. She went to like soup kitchens and blah blah blah. She opened herself up, which I thought was a very interesting and telling comment.
Very.
So, but let's go back to your.
But wait, but it was Christian. It wasn't fundamentalist. You'd have to choose another extreme version, to match the Orthodox. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because each of those.
But there are fundamentalist Christians who work in soup kitchens and who dedicate themselves to helping people with AIDS.
True.
Who
Good
are out
for
there
them.
on the streets.
Good for them. I mean, I used to do a lot of pro-choice activism, and I was directly facing people who were, and you don't say pro-life, that's their rhetoric, it's about anti-choice, okay? And I would be for hours trying to help the clients get in, facing these people, and there was no common ground. None. There was no way to have any, speaking of, this goes back to writing and communicating and reaching people, there was no, it was we were, could have been Hindi, or there was nothing to meet on.
Was any of that your fault?
No. No. I like engaging with people. I just have had enough, in my experience, exposure. I think just politically right now, it's the people who are the independents. It's not really about talking to people who already are very rigid and very focused on things. But certainly in my experience in many different forms, I have seen institutionalized religion be something that doesn't appeal to me.
What's so bad with shutting people out? Institutionalized religion shuts a lot of people out. What's wrong with that?
Did you see the documentary on the, I like to call them Amish, but the Amish? That when the kids, very interesting, when the kids, they get 1 year or something?
Yeah, 1 year to be wild?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, but I've heard of it.
Oh, you got to see that. And then we'll have a further, if you want, absolutely fascinating. Because, there is something to be said for forging community, keeping people out, having a simpler life. Whatever, you do whatever you want, but don't tell me what to do. That's the thing that I get really irritated by. And politically, it's not your business, okay? Do whatever you want. I mean, I had to go to a high school where I'm a Jew, or half Jew, whatever. I'm not, fundamentalist Christian, and everyone's praying before the assembly, and I would get in trouble, people would come over. What kind of thing is that? I mean, I happen to be very rebellious and aggressive and had a strong sense of self because I was kind of on my own in a way early on, but that can really, hurt people, as we've seen in many ways. So I think part of it is when there's that when it bleeds into politics, and when there's an imposition of your values on other people. If you want to stay away, you want to keep to yourself, go ahead. I mean, I admire what the Amish, as much as I know about what they're doing. And I mean, it's funny because in some ways it's almost a parallel to, okay, the world is bookstores and, independent bookstores and book reviews and all, newspapers, and then there's online. You want to choose to live. I don't think it's very modern. I think it's nostalgic and, yeah. So I don't think it's very forward thinking, but whatever makes people happy, as long as they're not bothering other people.
Are you good with balance?